Hey everyone, Melissa Wick here. This is a yoga class that is welcome to all levels, even beginners. It has a pretty good pace, a slower pace with lots of cueing. So we'll break down some of the poses. So even if you're not a beginner and you want to come back to basics and refresh, this would be a great practice for you as well. There are some standing postures, some postures on the ground. We'll take this time to really connect with our breath and with ourselves. Also, if you cannot bear any weight on your wrists or your shoulders, this is a wrist-free and shoulder-free class. So welcome and get into something comfortable. Let's get the practice started. Let's begin this practice seated. I recommend to prop your hips up either on a block or a couple pillows or a bolster or a couch cushion. There's just more ease if you lift your hips up. Bring one heel in, the other heel in front, let your knees fall. You can always slide a couple more pillows underneath the backs of the thighs if this is not comfortable. And if sitting just does not feel okay, you can always come onto your knees and kneel and slide a big pillow underneath in between the legs. So let's find our comfortable seat here, adjust so you get comfortable. So the sit bones are really connected to your prop or the floor. And we'll take the shoulders up, back, and down. Relax the elbows. And we'll close the eyes or just soften the gaze. This brings us more to our internal world. Find a tall spine, but not too stiff and rigid, just a relaxed awareness, reaching tall through the crown of the head. And let's take 3 deep breaths together to fully arrive here. So big inhale in through the nose, fill up your belly and your chest. And exhale it out through the mouth. Twice more. Full breath in. Exhale. Last one like this, fully in. And let it go. Closing the lips. And just start to bring all of your awareness to your breath. If you can breathe in and out through the nostrils. Invite your body here to relax while staying lifted. And give yourself permission to fully be here in your practice, in your body, and in connection with your breath. And the breath is the doorway and the bridge between the outside external world and our internal world. We'll keep this connection with the breath and we'll just sync the breath with the movement. So we'll release our chin down. And you can start by making U shapes here. So one ear to one shoulder, dipping down and around to the other ear, other shoulder. Staying connected to your breath as you do this. If it's safe for your neck to go all the way in one direction, make a full circle. Exploring any of the areas that feel tight, or stiff, or tense, maybe a little clicky. And then just reverse the direction if you're going in a circle. You can move either really, really slow or whatever pace feels good for you. Smoothing out all of the kinks. Finishing off your last circle, come back to center, and we'll take our hands on top of our shoulders here, and we'll start to make some circles forward and back. If you can, really explore your range of motion. So really get your backs of your shoulders involved. So going all the way back and all the way forward. This doesn't have to be super fast. Just warming up in the shoulders. Bringing some movement here, lubricating the joints. Stay close to your breath. And then you're going to reverse the direction. So other way. Explore the range. You might start to feel your shoulders and the back of the shoulders wake up a little bit. Finishing off your last circle. Now from here, we're going to take our arms into cactus or goddess arms. So bending at the elbows here. As you inhale, you're going to open up your chest and draw the shoulders into the upper back, so you're expanding. As you exhale, you're going to draw the forearms toward one another and just round, curl in. If your forearms can touch, great. If not, no worries. Just go in that direction. Inhale, you open up, expand, leaning back. Nice opening in the chest. And exhale, round, curl in. It's okay to round your spine here. Draw the chin in. A few more times. Inhale, expand, leaning back, open. Exhale, come in. Inhale, blossom the heart open. Exhale, come in. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, come in. Good. Come back up to sit. And we'll start to come off of our prop. Just take it off to the side. And we'll come towards the back of the mat here on our knees. And we'll actually tuck the toes under here. So if you need a blanket for your knees, you can cushion the knees. You can roll the mat up. We're coming into this toe stretch. So this might be really intense for some of you. If it is too much, just ease off, come back just with the toes pointed, and when you feel ready, come back in to the toe stretch. Now relax the jaw. If you want a little more, take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and start to extend the elbows, drawing the shoulders toward one another, keeping the ribs knitted in, and expand in the chest here. Find ease if you start to feel a lot of sensation. If you feel sharp pain, then come out. But if you feel tightness, then stay and breathe through it. And it does get easier the more you do this toe stretch. Just our feet are in shoes all day, so they just get really tight. So we just want to breathe into that space, let them open up. And it'll help us with our balance too when we awake all of those little muscles in the feet. Release your hands if they're interlaced. You can take your hands down and just gonna lift the knees up and give yourself a little stretch here in the calves, releasing your chin in. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the upper back, all along the spine into the back of the neck as you ground down here through the heels. Okay, now we're going to lift the hips up, heel toe your feet hip width distance apart. Releasing your neck, bend your knees here, grab opposite elbows and just start to sway from side to side, or yes and no with the head. There's no right or wrong here. Just letting the spine release, getting a gentle opening in the hamstrings. Coming back to center, releasing your hands down. You're going to take an inhale to a halfway lift. So your fingertips will come either to your shins or your quads. Just depends on how open you feel here. Light traction of your fingers to your legs. Long spine as if you can balance a plate on your back. Your sit bones are reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward, slight tuck in of the chin, chest open, long spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold over the legs.
Now bend in the knees here a little bit. We're going to roll up, stacking the spine one vertebra at a time. So let your hands hang, and you're going to roll up with the head being the last to come up, feeling your spine. And when you get to the top, you're going to roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Now we're going to just walk to the top of the mat here. Feet back to hip width distance apart. Tailbone is lengthening down, so imagine as if you're zipping up a pair of pants, so your low belly draws in. So strong legs, Tadasana here. Inhale, arms are going to reach up. As you exhale, your hip bones will stay forward. Your left hand comes forward and right hand comes back. You're twisting from the tummy over to the right. So keep a tone in the belly, keep lifting the lower belly in, reach to the fingers, maybe look to the right. And inhale back to center, reach up. Exhale, other side, right hand forward, left hand back, palms facing to the left. Keep drawing the low belly in, extend through the fingers. One more time. Inhale to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Hands to touch, exhale, hands come right into prayer in the middle here. Take your hands by the side here. You're going to sit back in chair pose. Sit back in an imaginary chair. So you're going to bring your bum back, reaching the arms up, biceps by the ears, palms facing in. If this is too much on the shoulders, taking your hands down, palms facing down. So you're going to feel your outer ankles engage, firm them, so your outer thighs will work, your glutes are on. Tummy's drawing in, chest open. It's an awkward shape, but it could be quite a powerful pose. Can you find your breath here? Nice broad open chest. Good, inhale, come back to stand, extend the legs, and exhale, lower the arms down. We're going to step our left leg back into Warrior Two. So take a big step back. Your back heel, left heel is going to be down and the left toes turn out. Your right knee is bent, back leg is strong. So your right heel's roughly in line with the inner arch of the left foot. Your right knee is drawing in line with second and third toe. And the back of the left foot, the outer edge, is strong and firm on the ground. Tailbone is lengthening downward, so the low belly zips in. Glutes are engaged, so the legs are really active here. You're going to reach the arms and extend, keeping the torso stacked over the hips, looking beyond your right fingers. Now here, we're going to flip the palms up and bend your elbows here and draw the shoulders in toward one another. If you do this, notice if the ribs want to stick out. Can you keep this and knit the ribs in, low belly in? So you're going to feel a lot of work happening here. Keep that and then flip your palms down and re-extend the arms. Good. Now flip your right palm. We're going to reverse the warrior so the legs stay the same. You're just reaching your right arm up and back. Left arm can come to your upper thigh. Soften the shoulders. Breathe into your right side body. And release back to Warrior Two. You're going to extend your right leg. Turn your right toes to face the left edge of your mat. So the heels are behind your toes. Take your hands to your waist. You're going to inhale in, lift the chest. As you exhale, your hips go back. And you're going to fold over the legs. Bend the knees if you need to here. Hands on the ground. Or you can bring hands on blocks. Release your chin in. So you keep engagement in the legs. So the inner lines of your legs are engaged. Almost as if you're gently pulling the mat apart with your feet. You can stay with your hands here on the ground, or you can interlace the hands behind you if you want a little more. Squeezing the shoulders, extending the elbows, let your arms come all the way forward toward your head as far as it feels good. Breathing into your belly, release the back of your neck. Good. If your hands are interlaced, release them with care back down. You're going to take your hands onto your waist again, onto your hips. Now with strong legs, they're going to help you come up. You're going to draw the shoulders toward one another, and you're going to inhale and come up with a flat back. Strong legs supporting you as you come all the way up. And then as you exhale, we'll take warrior two on the other side. So your left heel comes in, left toes face the back of the mat. You can widen the stance here if you need a little more. So your left ankle's in line with the left knee. Bend the left knee, back leg strong. Firm that back thigh, outer edge of your right foot rooted. Left knee in line with second and third toe. Reach the arms and extend. Flip the palms up, bend your elbows. Gently squeeze the shoulders in, knit the ribs in, zip up the low belly. Keep that, and just flip the palms down and re-extend. A soft gaze beyond your left fingers. Breathing here. Flip the left palm, keep the legs how they are, reverse your warrior. Breathing deeply into your left side, into your left lung. And exhale, release back to warrior two. Extend your left leg, hands on your hips. Now you're going to turn the heels in. You can walk the feet in a little bit here. Heels are in, toes are out. We're going to come into a goddess pose. So from here, glutes are engaged. You're going to bend the knees so they track in line with the toes. So your tailbone's lengthening down, low belly zips in, outer right thighs or outer thighs are engaged. So there's a lot happening here in the legs. You're going to bend the elbows here, cactus the arms, goddess arms, palms face forward, gently drawing the shoulders in, ribs knit in. Find your breath. You might start to feel a little burn in the legs. As we inhale, we're going to straighten the legs and straighten the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back to your goddess shape. Use your imagination and feel that resistance. Maybe go lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, goddess pose here. Hold for one cycle of breath. Good, straighten the legs, lower the arms, and we'll just step to the top of the mat. I'll face you. Coming into tree pose, hands on the waist, and we'll lift that right heel off the ground, weight into your left foot. Start to turn your right thigh and knee and leg towards the right. Again, tailbones lengthening down, zip up low belly. Tree pose here, your hands can come into prayer. You can stay right here, balancing just on the toes, or you can take your foot to your left shin, your calf on the side. Or you can assist that foot and bring it to the left inner thigh, just as long as it's not on the knee joint. So you're pressing that right foot into the left leg into the right. Palms are touching. Open chest, tone in the belly. Find a point to focus on with your eyes and just focusing on your breath. If you feel like your balance is pretty good today, every day is different, you're welcome to reach the arms up towards the sky. If this is still simple today, maybe you play with lifting your gaze. Those are just options if you wanted to challenge your balance. And just know wherever you are is perfect. Okay, we'll release the tree. You can give your legs a shake if you need, and we'll just take it to the other side. So weight into the right foot, lift the left heel, turn from that left glute and left thigh, leg out to the left, hands into prayer. You can come onto the toes here and just lightly have the toes down so you're not jamming on the toes. Or left foot to the ankle or the calf, or assist above the knee, not on the knee joint. Pushing the left foot into the right leg and right leg into the left, and you're rooting down through your standing leg, and you're also reaching up through the crown of your head. So opposing forces, everything's coming into the midline. Playing with your balance, you decide where your arms go, where your gaze goes. Okay, let's release the tree pose with care, nice and controlled. Give your leg a shake if you'd like.
We're gonna make our way down to the floor. So your arms are gonna extend forward, palms facing down. You can bring the feet together, or if you prefer a little bit apart, that's fine. You're gonna come to stand on the balls of the feet. So your ankles are really strong here and steady. We're gonna start to bend the knees as if you're sliding down on the back of a wall. So your legs are nice and strong, strong ankles. If at any point you need to bring your hands down, bring your hands down. Strengthening the legs. Good, taking your hands down. Come onto your knees and then off to the right with your bum. We're gonna come into deer pose. So a softer variation to pigeon and a slightly different stretch. So you're gonna take your right shin, bring it parallel to the top of the mat and your right foot is flexed. Then your left leg will just come out any amount here. Doesn't need to be a perfect 45-degree angle, but if you want and you have that space to do that, two 90-degree angles with your legs, perfect. Now here, you can just move around a little bit, just open up that left inner hip if it's feeling a little tight. You can stay upright. If you want more, you can start to fold over. If you want even more, you can fold towards that right flexed foot. So you decide, you'll know where you'll feel that opening and sensation in that right hip here. We're just gonna hold for about 7 to 8 breaths. As you're here, maybe you close the eyes. Just tune into your breath, breathing into your hips, breathing into any tightness. Allow your muscles to soften. Relax your shoulders and your jaw. Good, we'll start to make our way up. We're gonna transition into a seated twist. So your left leg is gonna swing forward. You're gonna keep the bend in the right knee here, and your left foot will come to the outside of the right thigh. Now, if you do this and both sit bones aren't on the ground, one hip's kind of lifted, no problem. Just extend your right leg out long. This will ease off some of the pressure. You can also sit up on a block. That will help as well. Your left hand's gonna come behind you as support, your kickstand. Use it so that your torso stays stacked over your hips. Your right arm's gonna reach up, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to hug the left knee in towards you and you're twisting to the left. If you have a pretty open spine and chest, maybe you wanna try hooking the right tricep onto the left thigh. But it's very okay to hug the left thigh in towards you. So as you're here, it's easy to twist from the shoulders and the neck. We don't want to do that. We want to keep the integrity and twist from the core, and then the neck and the shoulders will follow. So you want to keep the collarbones really wide and the upper back nice and broadened. As you breathe in, you get tall to the top of your head. As you exhale, you find a gentle rinse and a twist. Relax the shoulders. And then on your exhale, take a counter stretch over to the right. Back to center. We'll take deer pose on the other side. So your right leg is going to come to the back, so the inner right leg is on the ground. Your left shin is parallel, left foot is flexed. You adjust where the comfortable spot is here. Maybe you give your right hip a couple rocks forward and back just to loosen up there. It might feel a little tight. And then here, either staying upright if that's enough, or you can start to fold down, or maybe you fold toward that left foot that's flexed. About 7 to 8 breaths here. Can you soften the shoulders? can always prop your arms up on blocks or pillows. Stay tethered to your breath. That's what's going to help you soften here and bring you right into the present moment. Good. Bring your hands to the ground, lift your chest up. We'll come to that seated twist. So bending your left knee a little more, swinging your right leg forward and around. Right foot comes to the outside of the left thigh. Both sit bones down. If not, the left leg extends out long. Or bring your hips up on a block. This time, right hand comes down. Use it as your kickstand. Tall spine for support. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale. Hug the right knee in. Twisting over to the right. Torso stays stacked over the hips, collarbones open, chest smiling. Inhale, get tall to the top of the head. As we exhale, twist from the core to the right. As we exhale, counter twist over to the left. Back to center, unravel the legs. We're going to plant the feet down, bring our arms in front of us here. We're going to slowly roll down, just a little core strengthener here. Zip up your imaginary tight pair of pants. So you're scooping the pubic bone and low belly in. So maybe the low back touches the floor first. Nice and slow. Rolling through the spine all the way down. We're going to come into happy baby. So bring your knees in toward your chest, flex the feet. Arms will come on the inside of the legs. And then here, bring your shins up. Either grab a hold of your calves, your ankles, just it depends, everyone's different. You can grab the outer edges of your feet, or maybe hook your peace fingers and thumb around your big toe. So you choose where you are. Your hands could also come to the backs of the thighs. You want to keep your hips nice and heavy. Shoulders relaxed, back of the neck long, so a slight tuck in of the chin. Imagine as if you're squatting against the ceiling, so the ankles are aiming to be in line with the knees. You can sway from side to side if that feels really good, or just be still. Breathing into your hips. You can play and extend the legs if you want. Make this your own. You can bend one knee, bend the other. When you feel like you're ready, release your happy baby. And you're going to hug the knees in toward your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Lift your chest, your shoulders. Take your nose in toward your knees, saying thank you. Maybe kiss your knees. And let's extend out into Shavasana, the final resting shape. Legs out straight. You can always slide pillows under the backs of the thighs or blocks if this feels like too much on your low back. You can also bend the knees as well if you want. So feet will come wide and the knees will fall in to touch. That way there's no effort to hold the legs up. So choose your comfortable shape here. Arms are by the side, palms open. I like to lift my chest and just shimmy my shoulders in. So there's a nice opening here in the heart space. Take a breath in through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. Close the eyes. And let your whole body relax onto the ground, onto the earth. allow yourself to be supported here, because there is nothing left for you to do. This is the time where we integrate our practice, where we receive all of our efforts, where our energy, in yoga they call it prana, or life force, that vibration or sensation or tingling you feel, this is where we allow all of that to organize itself into balance and into harmony. So let yourself enjoy and bathe in this experience. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Bring your awareness back here to your body and to your breath. Start to deepen your breath. And invite in some gentle movement back into your body. So maybe you start to move your toes and your fingers and your wrists and your ankles. Reawakening the body. Maybe bring your arms up overhead for a big stretch, pointing your toes. Reach to opposite ends of the room. Take your knees in toward you. Give yourself a gentle hug here. And roll to one side. Maybe extend the bottom arm long, resting your ear on your bicep. Just give yourself a moment here to pause. Notice how this nurturing fetal shape feels to you. Just tuning into gratitude for our practice, for carving out this time for ourselves, for self-care, for connecting with ourselves in a different way. And gratitude for our able bodies and for carrying us through life. And then we'll use our top hand to help assist us up to a seat. And we'll close the class together, just like we started here. Any seat that's comfortable. We'll meet with our palms touching right in front of our heart space. A slight bow in of the chin, just acknowledging the teacher that's within each and every one of us. Tall spine here. Enjoy these moments here with your breath, with yourself, noticing how you feel, how your energy is. Thank you so much for your trust and for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.